Hiya, amazing mums. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you decided to join me here. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed, confused, or just plain frustrated with your teenage daughter, then you've landed in just the right place. Excuse me. I'm Rach, and today I'm excited to introduce you to a whole new way of connecting with your teen daughter, a way I like to call teen whispering. So you might be wondering, now what the heck is teen whispering? And why should I care? Do you know what? I'm glad you asked. Well, let me start by asking you this. How many times have you wished for that picture perfect relationship with your daughter? You know, the ones we see on all the films, all the movies, all the stuff about teenage girls. The kind where you just get one another, where communication flows naturally and you feel like a team. But instead, you find yourself caught in a constant cycle of misunderstandings, slammed doors, and that dreaded feeling of just being shut out. Sound familiar? Yeah, I get it. I've been there. I remember when I felt completely lost, trying every piece of advice from so-called experts, only to feel more disconnected from my teenage daughter and myself. I wanted to fix things, to make everything right. But here's what I'd learned the hard way, and yes, I did. Our daughters aren't broken, and neither are we. What we both needed wasn't fixing, but it was understanding. So teen whispering is a radical new approach to parenting. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and it's definitely not a quick fix. Bit like YouTube. Think of it like learning a new skill, something that requires patience, practice, and a hell of a lot of heart. Remember when you learned something new, whether it was at school, a hobby, or even at work? It didn't happen overnight, did it? You practiced, you made mistakes, you learned and soon practiced some more. Also works with relates to running your own business. That's exactly how teen whispering works. But here's the thing, it's not just about understanding your teenage daughter, it's about understanding yourself too as her mum. Before you start thinking, but it's her I need to fix, let's pause. You see, it's easy to fall into that trap, wanting to make everything better, making everything perfect. But this is about imperfect parenting. It's about understanding that our daughters are not projects that need to be completed. They're individuals that need to be understood and connected with, just like us. So let me share a little analogy with you. Imagine you have a plant that's looking a little bit wilted. Its leaves are curled up and it just doesn't look happy. Do you just throw it out? No, of course not. You don't. You nurture it. You move it to a sunnier spot. You give it some water. You might give it some plant food. You'd nurture it and care for it, right? Our daughters are exactly like that plant. They don't need fixing. They need nurturing, understanding, and a little bit of care to thrive. And yet, in today's world, we become so used to labelling and defining behaviours without truly digging into what's going on for her. Teen whispering flips that script. It's about building trust, respect and connection between you and your daughter. It's about seeing the root cause behind that behaviour rather than just reacting to it. So how do we do this? I'm so glad you asked. It starts with understanding what's really going on in your teenage daughter's world, starting with her body, her mind and her heart. Teen whispering dives deep into the physiology of teenagers. I mean, did you know, for example, that the teenage brain is still very much under construction? It's not fully developed like the adult brain is. The part of the brain responsible for decision making, impulse control, emotional regulation and understanding consequences, the prefrontal cortex, is not fully developed until they're in their mid-20s. This means that your daughter may well be acting out, not because she wants to push your buttons and pee you off, but because her brain is literally wired to respond differently than yours. And let's not forget about the female brain and the energy cycles, which play a massive role in how she feels and behaves. And add hormones, you know, those things that get blamed for absolutely everything to do with our teenage daughters. If you add them as well into that mix, and it's no wonder things get intense. But there's more. You see, when we feel threatened, whether by stress, pressure, or even just a difficult conversation, our brains can switch into fight or flight mode, which is a survival mechanism that we inherited from our ancestors, you know, when they saw that saber-toothed tiger and they went, that's that exact reaction. It's not something we choose, it's an automatic response. So when your daughter seems to react out of nowhere, understand that her body, her brain and her heart may be responding to a perceived threat, often in ways she cannot control. But it doesn't stop there. Our daughters are also navigating a world filled with cultural expectations, societal stereotypes and peer pressure. They're constantly bombarded with messages about how they should look, act or feel. These external pressures can amplify those internal struggles, making it even harder for them to express what they're going through, which is why a lot of teen girls go mute when they're in fight or flight, because they've just got that and they can't process what they're feeling. On top of that, you then add the impact of trauma and how it can develop and how it can shape behaviour, whether it's something big or it's something small, recent or in the distant past. So things like loss, grief, ill health, lack of friendships, anything, moving house, moving schools, those are all traumas. They can be massive ones and they can be tiny ones. And they have a profound impact on our daughters. And let's not forget the power of mirroring behaviours. Our daughters are watching us, learning from us, how we handle stress, how we talk to others, and how we treat ourselves. This is why understanding these layers, the physiology, the brain development, societal influences, is so critical. It's not just about fixing a behaviour, it's about seeing the whole picture and guiding your daughter to navigate her world with confidence and self-awareness. And let's not forget about you as mum of your teenage daughter, how you were parented, the experiences you had when growing up. They all play a role in how you parent today. Your inner child, those unresolved emotions, and the patterns of behaviours that you might not even be aware of, they all come into play with your interactions with your daughter, especially when you are triggered. That's why teen whispering isn't just about helping your daughter grow, it's about helping you grow too. So when you start to care for yourself, to understand your own triggers and needs, something magical happens. You start reacting less, you start connecting more, and that's when the real transformation begins. So how do you get started on this journey? The first step is understanding. And to help you with that, I've created something just for you, the Mum's Survival Kit. This powerful tool is designed to help you unlock your daughter's emotions without even asking. It's a way for you to become your very own teen whisperer, starting today. This kit is your first step towards building that deep connection with your daughter, the one you've always dreamt of. And trust me, once you start using it, you'll see the changes, not just in her, but in you too. So if any of this resonates with you, and I hope it does, and you're ready to take that first step towards a more connected, empowered relationship with your daughter, then I invite you to download the Mum Survival Kit today from the button below. And if you want to dive even deeper and connect with other mums going through the same as you, the same challenges, the same ups and downs, the same roller coaster of emotions, then sign up for my waitlist for my brand new community coaching space, designed exclusively for you as a mum of a teenage girl. All the links you need are right here in the description below. I can't wait to see you in our community, where we'll continue this journey together. Remember, you're not alone in this. I'm here with you every step of the way. So thanks so much for watching this brand new channel, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on more tips and tools to help you become the mum you've always wanted to be. So see you in the next video.